Hello, this is Mrs. Holmes here to go over the basic rules of making a PowerPoint. Remember, I'm doing this from my home computer, so things might look a little bit different. And remember to follow a simple step and then to press pause on the video, follow the directions, and come back and watch the next one. First, I'm going to click the Start button and then All Programs, and I'm looking for Microsoft Office. I'll have to scroll down a little bit. And then I'm looking for the orange P for Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm going to let that load up, and that's where we'll begin. All right, so now that my PowerPoint is loaded, I'm going to start with the very basics. Remember, get all your facts typed and then come back and add the fancy parts. So first, my title is going to be the topic that I decided to explore. I could make up a fancy title, or I could do something pretty basic. Next, I'm going to write my name in the subtitle box. Now, I need to add a new slide. There's two ways I can do this. I can click up on the top toolbar and just simply click New Slide. Or I can do a shortcut on my keyboard and hit Control M. The next thing I want to do is change the layout of my slide because each slide is going to have a title, some details, and you probably want to put a picture on the slide. So I want to have two contents. For this example, I'm going to do the title as important detail number 1, and then I'll write my fact. Now, I will continue writing facts until I have all that I need to include in my PowerPoint. The next part of this is going to be how to add a picture. So first, I need to open the internet. I'm going to keep my PowerPoint open though. Now, from Mrs. Holmes's website, there is a link for a wonderful search tool called Kittl. It's like Google, but it's appropriate for school. So I'm going to use the Kittl link, and I'm going to search for my topic. Now, I really only want images or pictures of sea turtles. So I am going to need a lot of pictures. So I want to make sure I go through and find pictures that I really enjoy. And I would click on the picture and have it open up on a screen. Now I'm going to right click the picture. And this is where it might look a little different at the school computers because it might say save image as instead of save picture as. But I'm going to click that save picture or save image as. And it's going to ask me to give it a name. So I want to make sure it's a name that makes sense. Like for example, down here, it has all this gobbledygook. So I might want to call it Sea Turtle 1. And I'm going to click save. Now, the easiest way to do this is to go back and save all the images that you need. So let's say you need 10 images, find 10 pictures and save 10 of them. Next, I'm going to go back at the bottom of my screen and click on PowerPoint. So here, really simply in this box, I can click this insert picture from file. So it looks like a little picture. If I click that, it's going to bring me to my pictures. and I can click the picture I want and insert it. And it automatically sets it up for me. Now, after you've repeated those steps, now you can go and make everything fancy. So I want to go to the design page. And PowerPoint has a bunch of different choices for you. You can use this down arrow, and these are kind of preset ones, and you could pick one that makes sense for your PowerPoint. I could also do one that's a little bit more custom. So I could pick one like this, but then go to format and I can pick the color that I want. So instead of blue, I could pick a different preset color. Like if I'm doing sea turtles, I might want to do some type of ocean. And there's a lot of ways I can play around with these different presets and these different colors that they have. So that's a really fun way to go ahead and change that. And you could do it for all your slides. If I picked something up here, it will change the slides for me. And it also ends up changing the font also. If I want to do my own font changing, I can highlight the detail and come over to the font like we've done before and pick my own font and pick my own color. There's a lot of ways that I can customize my design. I don't have to use the same ones that are on the design feature. And lastly, another thing that's really fun is to play with the transitions and animations. So a transition means how it goes from slide 1 to slide 2. So there's a bunch of different choices that you can do, and it'll preview it for you. And you can do a lot of different things over there. And an animation makes it even more exciting because you can click each thing on your slide and it can have something fun happen to it. Now, a green means when it enters. So I could have it zoom in on the entrance. And then I can click the next part of my slide. A yellow is something that it's already there and then it does something cool. So it would start there and then it would grow. And a red is something that would disappear. So typically I like to do all greens. So I can click another one for green and play around with that. And if I click the preview button, it shows me my different animations. Now, if I don't like my animation, I can go to the animation pane and I can click on this little arrow. And if I don't like the animation, I can delete it and I can move around what comes first and what comes second and play around with that. So there's a lot of different ways I can customize those options. And all that is playing with it. You're not going to learn other than clicking and playing and learning what you like and what you don't like. So don't forget to file and save your PowerPoint. Make sure it has a good name that makes sense. And if you titled it All About Sea Turtles, that's a really good name that makes sense. And I can make sure I save my document. And it will save all the colors and all the transitions that you've made. I hope that this helped you learn how to do PowerPoint, and I hope you have fun creating one.